As you know, the Microsoft Deferred Comp window is now open. There is a hard close on May 31st, so it's time to start thinking about the decision around your deferred comp option. At Avier, we like to think of the Microsoft DCP plan as the great equalizer to the proposed Biden tax plan. If leveraged correctly, this is a very, very powerful tool. What are some of the things you need to think about when making your election? First and foremost, I would be thinking about cash flow. What are my needs next year? Did I defer some of my salary last year? Do I need some of this cash bonus in September of 2022? That should determine how much of this bonus you actually defer. So, cash flow needs, critical, right? Number two is, when you think about it, if you defer a lot of this bonus, you may be wanting to live on RSUs that are coming due later next year, right? So, I would recommend that you do not use today's stock price when figuring on RSUs that are going to come due in August of 2022 or November of 2022 to replace this cash bonus. So cash flows, realistic stock price. I would also make sure that you check with your CPA or your advisor on the withholding amount on the grants. Keep in mind that the default rate is 22%. It may not be appropriate. And then lastly, once you've decided how much to defer, you then have to figure out how do you want those funds paid out. Come in a single year or stretch between 3 and up to 15 years. When you stretch these out and you start looking at that payout, it's very, very important that you take into consideration other sources of income in the future. That could be Social Security, that could be required minimum distributions, that could be things like if you are a 55-15 employee at Microsoft, those grants that continue to vest after you've retired, and it could be maybe a spouse has a pension. So you want to take all of this information together when making this decision on the payout side. Microsoft Deferred Comp, although it is, again, this great equalizer to the proposed Biden tax plan, it's kind of tricky, and it's really tricky to get it just right. So if you think we can help you make a great decision, please feel free to use the Calendly link in the description bar below. We're happy to get on the phone and help you. Thanks so much for listening. Good luck.